Oop. Right, hi for anybody watching. I'm just going to be doing a quick flight today in my neck of the woods from Victoria up to Nanaimo. It should take me perhaps 20 to 25 minutes. I've not done this flight before. I'm in the stock Baron B58 that's supplied with X-Plane 11. I'm in the final version of the beta that's out, version 3. And what do I have that's probably not standard? Well, for Canada I'm using the HD mesh. I don't have the ortho for XP generated north of the border because unfortunately Bing maps look terrible in Canada, so I haven't been satisfied with that. So I'm going to get this plane started and get up in the air. I might not do a whole lot of talking, but we'll see. So I'm just getting things organized in my environment. Yeah, I don't want to be doing that. Okay. Let's just, okay. So I want to make sure. Something, this plane always defaults with the avionics turned on. That's not something I want. Parking brake, is that on? Now it should be on. Bit of a weird view down here. Okay. Fuel mixture rich, props to high RPM, throttle closed. Got a bit of a problem. I think there must be a crosswind here because the plane was sliding terribly when the brakes aren't on. Not sure if this is some weird... Oh, we've got people on. Oh, hey. That's unusual. I'm not used to broadcasting on YouTube or on Twitch and actually having people watch. So, hey. Yeah. Let's see if I can get this going. Actually, let's see if I can demonstrate this sliding. Let's... There we go, look at that. If I take the brake off. And we're sliding. So that's really bizarre. That must be either some real crosswind or that's just a slight quirk of one of the X-Plane 11 beta issues. So hi Andy, hi Gwim QC, Quebec. Hey. Have we got anybody over there? No. I'm still trying to learn how to use this Twitch and YouTube stuff. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so actually I might have to adjust the time while I'm flying because I don't really want to arrive in the dark. Yeah, that's all off. That's okay. Right. Okay, let's put battery, that on, turn my beacon on, get the engine started. Hope that everything started okay. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now I can turn my avionics on. Okay, prop sync. What's the temperature out there? It's just below 0. This is based on real weather right now, so it'll probably be about -3, -4 right now. Gotta sort my views out. Put my landing lights on. Strobe, beacon. I don't think there's much moisture. No, we'll be alright. Famous last words. Okay. Let's see if I can do a direct to... I hate using this stupid thing. Nope. I really... Ooh. Bit of a drop in throttle there. I do despise this menu. That's... Right, direct. No. Ah, screw it. Okay, I know. Okay, let's get out of here. Whoa! That's a real weird crosswind going on there. Wow. Ooh. Oh man. That's not something I wanted live on Twitch or on YouTube. Okay, let's bring the gear up. And that's hilarious. Okay. We need to be heading north. Wow. There's something I really don't like right now is the effect on the water here. It's like a repeating pattern. Not a fan of that. Quite a nice evening though, it's pretty clear. It is cold though. Let's check our temperature. Yeah, we're well below zero. Only -10. Coastal mountains over there. Okay, so we're heading up almost in the right direction now. There's the edge of northern tip there by Victoria. Schwartz Bay should be down there somewhere. The ferry terminal, Coal Island. Yeah, I guess that's the ferry terminal down there. It would be. With ferry service to Wasson on the mainland. We should be heading up. This will be should be Salt Spring Island here. It's probably Mount Maxwell tip there. It's a spot where I got engaged to my wife many years ago. Let's have a look. Actually, have a look for us. Oh, oh wow! Still got the gear down. I am having a bad evening. I don't usually record my flights. I just usually, well, I record them. I don't usually broadcast them live, so this is a bit difficult for me to get the hang of. That looks pretty gorgeous. Look at that sunset. Let's see if we've got any zoom around. Have I got any? There we go. Okay, that looks pretty sweet. I feel like you can see the highway heading back down into Victoria there. And there we are, back in the cockpit. Geez, right. Yeah, I'm kind of heading in the right direction. Okay. I'll leave my landing lights on because I'm not going to go above 10,000 feet. Okay. One of the things I'm finding an issue now is I've got pedals, which should help me in takeoff, although you see with that takeoff, I have to confess, I got distracted looking at my stream, not at my live screen, which of course was delayed, so I wasn't actually controlling the plane in real time, I was controlling how it was a few seconds ago. But I have pedals now, but the next thing I think I really need is throttle quadrants of some sort, especially flying these like turboprop type planes or anything with variable pitch propellers where you've got RPM, fuel mixture, and you're trying to adjust more than one setting, and it's hard to granularly set things to set your exhaust manifold pressure correctly. And as I've been reading up on that, it's a lot easier when you've got, I would imagine, the separate throttle quadrants, but they're not cheap. And I also do this without a yoke as well. I use an old Microsoft Sidewinder joystick, and the old force feedback ones they made many years ago. It's great, but it's not particularly realistic for this type of plane. I think, unless we put our foot down, it's going to be pretty dark by the time we get there. There's that Mill Bay in there, I think. Distracted flying. Yeah, I think that'll be more around Cowichan Bay, Mill Bay. What islands are those out there? I gotta remember. Quite a beautiful area of the world if you've never been here. I absolutely love. Ah, you just got the full setup off eBay. Ah, God, I'd love that. Sorry, it's a bit of a delay, I think, between you sending messages through and me getting them. But yeah, I'm stuck with what I've got. I do like it, but I think I need throttle quadrants and I need a proper yoke. That's my next aims. Later in the year, if I can afford them. And maybe I'll stretch to buying X-Enviro for the weather. I've got default weather on here. I bought, what's the other? Weather setup for X-Plane. I'm having a bad brain moment. Long day at work. But version 4 of that just came out, but it doesn't look that much better than 3, and I wasn't that impressed with that, so... No, I don't have those. So you can see Highway 1, part of the highway that starts in Victoria, goes all the way up through to Nanaimo, and it's partly a ferry route, and then all the way across Canada, all the way to the other side. You can see it there winding its way through the trees. So it heads up through Duncan to Chemainus, well, near to Chemainus, through Ladysmith, and then up into Nanaimo. So here we can see, if you look down the right hand side down here, I can actually see that Nanaimo is on the GPS now. We're not that far out really. As you can see ahead, this bay kind of sweeps in past Ladysmith. And then somewhere down there is Nanaimo Airport in the middle. It's an absolutely beautiful area to travel around and to fly in. The other week I was lucky enough to experience my first actual helicopter flight from Nanaimo across to, actually it was going from Vancouver across to Nanaimo. It was a night flight. It was just, I've never been in a helicopter before, so that was quite amazing. I'd love to do it in the daytime with the view around here. But float plane flights are good too. But I will say I much prefer flying in flight sims, especially when it's bumpy, than I do travelling in a real float plane. My love of flying isn't that great. I can see some traffic moving on the highway there, I think. I don't know, it's pretty still tonight. Oh yeah, they're just going very slowly. So this will be Ladysmith up here, I can see with the lights in the distance. It really doesn't take long, this flight. And I'm not particularly high up. I actually do have to keep a fair bit of height here. Let's just see. Yeah, because there's a ridge around here. There are actually flight rules about being aware of the area, and if you're only experienced pilots of the area are allowed to do night flights in and out of the airport. I think that's Mount Zuhalem, which is near Duncan. I'm not sure what height that tops out at, probably about 5,000 feet. So they're just little mountains around here. Mount Maxwell that we flew past earlier on Salt Spring Island, that was, I think that's about 5,500. See the really big mountains. Well, the mainland mountains over there, some of them are over at 6,000 feet. You can just see the shadows of them in the distance, and the coastal mountains. But you'd have to look all the way out there. Oh, no, my neck won't do it. I think my head would come off if I did that. Way down into the States to see Mount Baker. That's the nearest mountain that we can see, and that's about 11,000 feet, I think. It's actually a dormant volcano. And of course there's Mount Rainier and others in Washington State as well. And of course Mount St. Helens, which blew up in 1980. Was it 1980? That one was... I did a flight around that the other week using Ortho for XP scenery. I've actually got it on my channel somewhere. Go check it out, because the scenery, when you've generated Ortho for XP, I love flying around that. I've recorded it once, but I've actually flown that flight like 4 times since, because it's like a sightseeing tour. But yeah, we've got Ladysmith below. Now, my question is going to be, when we come into land, is there going to be the same problem I found with the first X-Plane 11 beta, which is there were trees on the runway. I don't think they've got the exclusion zones working correctly. Oh, I'm actually a bit over speed there. I haven't got the exclusion zones working correctly for the Nanaimo airport scenery. And it leads to trees bleeding into the runway. So I think the only other time I've ever flown in and out of here is it had trees on the runway, so I had to do a very short landing. I don't think we'll die if we go into the trees, but we'll see. Sorry, air temperature. I bet it's still pretty damn cold. It's a little warmer up here, apparently. Because it's doing real world weather right now. Oh no, so there's the airport. Okay, so I totally missed it. Let's have a check of the airport. We are pretty low. Not my best flying. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at the end of the runway. Hidden in the trees. Okay, so if I land really short, I can swing back to the terminal there. Okay. And there's the highway continuing around through past Nanaimo. And this area over here is called Cedar. It's a beautiful area. I love it. Okay, let's zoom out. There's enough gross flying like that. Okay, and get a bit of height. pretty much just messing around tonight. I haven't done a channel stream in a very long time. Didn't even know this works. Yeah, 20 minutes we've been flying. I quite like this Baron B58. I'm doing a bit of reading on it. I've got various checklists and procedures which on other nights when I'm not streaming I'd probably follow, but of course tonight I wanted to look like a complete amateur and an idiot and not follow anything. Just going to swing around, I'm going to climb a bit. Actually, while we're doing that, I wonder if I've got any radio information. Still flying very low. Let's climb. Tonight's lesson is called How Not to Fly an Aircraft. That's alright. I used to get really worried about this. Oh, am I doing the right thing? Will people judge me? But you know what? You shouldn't care. It's a game. Well, it's a simulation. But it's still a game. If you get into trouble, nobody gets hurt. You don't lose any money. You get to switch it off and you get to try again tomorrow. Oh, let's try swinging my head around and find that airport. I don't usually get this disoriented. I got a bit more height now. There's not a cloud in the sky. And that is today's real world weather. I can vouch for that because I am in Nanaimo. It was pretty damn cold all day. It's even colder now. And there are no clouds in the sky. Let's find the airport. Okay, bring a bit of flaps down. Oh, am I across from it? I am as well. Oh jeez. I suck tonight. Round we go. Oh, this is so... such a sucky night of flying. Right, let's try this again. Okay. This is going to be my emergency. Just slam it down. Drop the speed. I've got approach flaps. Whoa. Okay, let's go full flaps. That'll scrub a load of speed. I gotta come in low and slow if I can, but I'm pretty much dropping out of the sky here. Okay. Oh, Pappy say I'm a bit high here, that's alright. Ooh, yeah, there's a bit of wind here. Okay. Yes, gear up, gear down, that would be a good thing to do. Thanks for reminding me, plane. Okay, yeah, we got some crosswinds here. Wow, this is a bit uncomfortable for landing. See if I can even... Yeah, I'm not going to get the center line, but oh well. Okay, and... Oh. Okay, that'll do. I survived. Bits didn't come off the plane. Okay, and there. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but can we do it? Oh, no, we can't. Oh, we're going to go on the grass. Okay, you didn't see this. Jeez. Oh, engine revs up a bit higher. Okay, that was not my best landing, but all in all, I will say, I think trying to fly live... yeah. Oh well. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Wow. There we go. Oh my. That looks like a nice evening here, even if I balked the landing as much as I did the takeoff. But hey, I'm new to this. I'm going to drop everybody right in front of me. Lufthansa? That would be a hell of a flight in that plane. What's that? 6,000 nautical miles? Wow, I think they're a little out of place. That Lufthansa too? Oh, who knew? Didn't know they flew to Nanaimo. Oh well. Well, thanks for joining me. Yeah, I agree the rudder does take some getting used to. My joystick actually had a twist rudder on it, which is what I learnt. But the twist on that works the opposite way to rudder pedal was actually working, so my brain still operates back to front. I have a hell of a time with those. Right. High top heat. We better go and see what I've got to turn off. Because of course, I'm now going to pretend I'm doing everything properly and put the flaps back up, landing lights off, nav off, strobe off. Yeah, I think avionics master, alternators. Actually, I should kill the throttle. Oh, sorry, waving this around. Oh, now what have I done? Oh, I've got to... my hat switch isn't set up correctly. Let's try that again. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Dead. Okay. Battery off. I think that's everything. Yeah, is it? No, magnetos. There we go. Now, if I was using my checklist, that would have been fine. And that's it. Everything's off. Battery off. Okay. I'll just do a visual check outside. Yep, we got here just before darkness. And I just kind of abandoned it in front of the terminal. I probably should have gone over here somewhere, it looks like. I know usually this is only where the regional flights come into. Could have gone over there and got a refuel. Oh well, but you can see the trees coming in off there. It's probably like a living forest, like in Lord of the Rings or something. But looks nice out there tonight. But it's cold enough. I'm glad I'm at home flying this virtually and not doing this for real. So thanks for joining me. It was a kind of ridiculous flight, but I had fun trying to learn how to do this live instead of just recording it. And thanks for watching. Good night.